Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be your July 2023 Ascension Symptoms message. I know many of you look forward to these messages because it gives you insight into what is going on in your body. And there are so many updates that I have to share with you in that vein because we're kind of in the middle of a health crisis. But we will talk about that in a few more videos down the line. So if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to join the family here. Get the message across so that other people can find supportive tools that can help them along their ascension journey and when they're dealing with physical dis-ease. So, welcome back to the channel, whether you're new or returning. I'm so excited to have you here. We're going to go ahead and dive right into the messages for July. So, let's jump off with the body symptoms. So, this month, I'm seeing a whole lot of red. It's interesting because I kind of have, well, it's kind of purple, maybe it looks a little bit red, but it's really capturing that aura of the collective where many people, many of you, many of us have been dealing with what translates into inflammation, into fevers, into an overall elevated body temperature and body activity. And many of you who are watching this, you may have felt like you were being tried by fire. You may have felt like you were in your own personal hell, going through your own personal tribulation. And when I think about the red and how hot that might reflect, then I consider how difficult it has been. I'm going to share a quick story later as we navigate this message because so much wants to come through for you in July. And one thing you're being called to do this month is to decide whether or not you will accept the divine opportunities that are presented to you for healing, for strategy, for revelation. So, there is this sense that the divine offers many opportunities to you this month, not just with your body issues, but for your ascension path as a whole. So if you're watching this video and you're thinking about your business, or you're thinking about your family, or you're thinking about the move you want to make, or you're thinking about something that you've felt stuck in, maybe you felt like you were being hidden in some way. Maybe you felt like you were on the other side of spirit when it came onto this particular thing because you've been scratching your head and you just can't figure it out. So many things pop up in your world, in your physical world this month, but also in your emotional world. And there is this sense that you are surprised, taken aback by the opportunities that come. So the first thing I saw was a picture of a woman who had several things growing on her skin, but they were big. And I remember as I looked at her, we've locked eyes, and immediately I saw all those things that had grown. Maybe they're tumors or something to that effect. The massive skin tags. It's like all of a sudden they started disappearing one by one, one by one. And she looked at me, not just in amazement, but like in fear and kind of in a ghastly way, like, is this happening? Is this for real? is this really happening? And there is a sense that many of you will meet an opportunity, align with an opportunity for spontaneous healing, for like an immediate change in your situation. So if you've been dealing with chronic pain, if you've been dealing with health issues overall, if you've felt like something new has popped back up into your world that you thought you had a handle on, there is this sense that you can align with immediate spontaneous healing. Now, many of you might know this, but I've been working on I don't know if I want to call it a pamphlet, because listen, the one thing I do not like is to have fluff in anything. And so I would rather give you a 5-page document than make it a 25-page document, and some of it is just repeating the same thing or just fluff that doesn't really help you. And so if you've worked with me at all, then you know we hit the ground running, because we're all about immediate change and actionable things that you can do to effect a shift positively in your life. And so I've been working on this document that I will release soon in July, and it really focuses on giving you tips and tools that you can use if you're dealing with health anxiety. If every time something aches or you hear something around you, maybe somebody else is sick, or you're reminded of a catastrophe that you experienced, a shaking that came up that really made you off balance. If you're dealing with that, then you're going to find those strategies helpful so that you can ground yourself again and get back into your power. And can we raise our hands? Like, we all need that, because when we're dealing with these things, then they can be debilitating. And sometimes you're like, yeah, I know this is connected to my spiritual awakening, but it feels real. This is something that I am going through, that my body is having to navigate, and I don't like it. I remember just this morning having this conversation with the divine, and God was like, well, this that you are experiencing right now, it's not real. Like, at any point it can be moved. And I'm like, yes, I know that. However, tell that to my body. Yes, my psyche might be aware of that, but when I am in pain, it feels real. And so how can we find a balance so that we are aware of what's going on with us, but also that we would give ourselves time to navigate the circumstances and time to heal where healing is necessary? And I'm saying that, and it sounds so paradoxical, because the divine said to me this morning, what is there to heal? If this isn't truly there, and this is something that you can shift this quickly, then what is there to heal? There is nothing for you to do but to align with what you want to experience at this time in your life. So I know that's going to trigger some of you, but allow that to really help you to dive deep into how you might learn from what you are feeling, what you are experiencing. So here's another example. A few months ago, I had this dream, and in the dream, or the vision, call it what you will, I was with another co-worker, and I don't know, we seemed to be running away from someone who I'm not sure what their intentions were. It was, those adventure-packed, action-packed dreams. And so we're going through this. Okay, let me stop for a second, because I sense that there is still some clarity that's needed around what you're feeling not being real. And what I mean by that is that there are several realities, several possibilities for you. And in one of those realities, then you are healed, right? You are healthy, you are whole, you are not in pain. And so that's what the divine is saying, that if you get attached to the pain, if you get attached to the trauma, if you get attached to the thing that you don't want and you begin to identify with it so much, then that's when it becomes almost cemented in your world, in your life. So this is not to disregard what you are feeling, what you are thinking, the pain that you are having to go through. But this is to say that at any given time, you can continue to align yourself with the reality where this is not a construct, where this is not a challenge, where this does not exist. And so, when we go through health issues or we're dealing with issues in our bodies, it can be quite debilitating. And the divine is saying, take your power back, because even in the experience of the health challenges, you can still be in your power. I hope that clarifies that for someone. So I want to jump back to the vision really quickly. So at some point in the vision, it's like they caught me and my coworker and they caught us, right? And it's like they were burying us. And I realized in the vision that I was observing myself being buried. But I wasn't fighting, I wasn't doing anything. I was just watching what they were doing. And it's like I was about to awaken from the dream. And then I heard the divine say, so are you going to allow yourself to be buried? And in that moment, I'm like, oh, there's another option? I didn't realize that. Oh no, I'm not allowing myself to be buried. And I threw my hands up and took myself out of that place I was being buried in. And then I awoke from the dream. And that's the vibe that I'm getting for July for you, where you're like, wow, there is another option. You mean I can be pain free? You mean this chronic thing can go away? You mean this thing that they say people never heal from, I can heal from it? You mean that if there's 1% of people who can survive it, I can choose to be in that 1%? I can do everything to align with that 1%? And that's the energy of July. That there are so many pathways, so many opportunities available. And the question is, will you accept them? Will you align yourself with them? Will you allow yourself to receive what God is offering to you? And once again, a lot of the gifts that are here, a lot of the opportunities that will pop up have to do with your physical body, your material realm, things that can be tangible, things that are tangible in your life. And so I want you to begin to think about the things that you can touch and taste and feel. Think about all those tangible things that you are wanting God to work a miracle with you for, or wanting God to open doors for. And then I want you to think about the emotional stuff, the things that are within, the things that are more unseen, maybe even unspoken, the things that you may not even have full awareness of at this time, that even those needs, the divine is like, I'm meeting those, that your higher self is positioning you in July to be able to meet even those unexpressed needs. It really is a big month this July. And We're being asked to have strength, but it's not from an abrasive place. It's from a place of having the will enough to accept the peace, accept the shift, accept the gift that the divine is offering. Having the strength and the wherewithal, the commitment, the determination to say to yourself, yeah, something else is available to me. I'm taking it. I'm allowing myself to be free. I'm allowing myself to be healthy and happy and whole. And then in the deciding of that, to begin to figure out what things you must shift in your current reality, or how you must shift your current reality in order to align with the new reality and the new possibilities that the divine is offering to you. I hope this message serves you. I hope you find July to be the turning point in your life, that it will be a positive juncture that you arrive at, and that you begin to see even more in July how much you have been protected and provided for. That even though there are times when you felt alone, where you felt like you're at your wits' end, where you felt like your body can't take it much more, that you'd realize that you were never ever navigating this journey on your own. If you are resonating with this, I really want you to stick around, stay close for the upcoming videos. One of them is going to talk about the health crisis and what it means for your mission, because many of you who are watching this channel are way showers or forerunners, and so you're experiencing a lot of the things first. And there are many things that, because you are here, you're shifting in not just your world, but in the worlds of those around you. And okay, I don't want to spill the beans yet, but stay close and I will see you again in another video. Be sure to hit the like button, share this message with someone you know who could use some clarity, some guidance, some support. And I hope you had your pen and paper nearby and that you were taking notes so that you can do the best thing ever, which is to continue the conversation with you and the divine, so that you know how you need to navigate this part of your journey coming from the divine mind. Okay, I love you for being here. I will talk to you again soon in another video. Bye for now.